All right, so hopefully everything is working properly, and titles are correct, and nobody's misled into thinking this is a Minecraft stream, that this is a Forex trading stream. We will be talking about Forex trading and how I do it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the disclaimer. This is not financial advice. I am not a professional, nor am I a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. This is simply to exhibit how I trade, how I work, and how I analyze. And it's kind of like a journal / diary to chart my progress learning how to trade. I've only been trading for a year and a half. I am by no means a professional, but I do enjoy it. It is fun, and I like sharing my progress and my process. So that is what this is. Once again, not financial advice. Do not trade along with me. Do not make the same trades I am making, because chances are you will fail. You must learn on your own. You must find and gain your own education and your own experience. You will not be able to succeed otherwise. Now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and look at what has been going on this past week. A lot of excitement, a lot of exciting things. Friday, right here, I had about 6 sell orders open, and when Sunday came around, Monday morning, I believe 4 of them closed. My take profit was down here. They all closed. It was a relief, but I was pretty sure that price was going to continue to drop. So that's why I felt comfortable leaving those trades open over the weekend. The thing is, though, anything can happen. This right here could have easily been this move right here. But that was exciting for me. I liked watching that. It's good for building the confidence, and when you're trading, you quickly learn that confidence is key. You got to have that kind of confidence, and it can't be a false confidence. It can't be bravado or hubris. It has to be genuine, that you know what you're doing, and that takes a long time to develop. I'm still actually working on it. And then there was this move, this a lot of ranging right here, bouncing up and down between these two spaces. So we can go ahead and extend that out. That's where a lot of the moves are happening. Let's make that a solid line just so we can see, and we'll make it blue. So right about here, there's a lot of bouncing from here, bounced up and through, and then we are kind of ranging right here before we bounce down again. And you can see that there's a point right here, we call a point of contention, where prices wants to go up, goes up a little bit, but then comes back down, breaks through support, and then bounces back up. So this area right here is a good place to pick up a lot of buys, and then of course a lot of sells up here. And I got in on most of these moves, which was surprising for me. I was doing really, really well this week. On my account, our new account that we just started with $50, finally reached my ultimate goal of doubling my account. So we went from $50 to $100, and I couldn't be happier. It shows that I'm making progress in my understanding of how the market ebbs and flows, and how I'm able to capitalize on that. So let's get rid of these. We don't need these because these are the past. I like to kind of look at what's happening now. So when I was trading last night, we can actually, let's look at what we did last week. Okay, that's a trade that I'm in right now. Here we go. This is our analysis from last week. This was what we were expecting the price to do. We had the resistance up here, which price was looking like it wanted to go there. And then we have didn't quite make it before it lost momentum and then just fell flat. So we kind of anticipated that kind of move to either bounce up at this area right here or to completely fall through it. And you can see it ranged and then it fell through. And I gotta say, I was ready for both of these moves. And that's the thing, that's the funny thing about trading, is that price could have gone up, price could have gone down. And that is blatantly obvious. That is like no duh. Of course, that's what price is going to do. But our job, of course, as traders is to prepare for either of these moves. Because I was prepared for the move to go up. I was ready to start buying here. And then I was also preparing for the move to go down. And when the move went down, I was ready for that. And then these dashed lines are just areas where the interest is. It's that zone I was talking about where, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Where you'll draw your support line, but the support line has a buffer on either side for movement, and you can see how it kind of dances inside this buffer before choosing one way or another. So there's a lot of little areas where you can earn money on just the price bouncing back and forth. Like right here, price is bouncing back and forth. If you wanted to trade just for a couple hours, that was a good place to do it. And then right here, price is bouncing back and forth. That's a good place to do it. And right here, price is bouncing back and forth. Good place to make money. So you can make money in the short term. And then with these big swings right here, you can make money in the long term. There are many different ways to earn a living trading. And you just got to find what you're good at. And I'm finding that I'm doing pretty good at swinging and scalping. So when I'm in a good long scalp or swing trade, I'll just take a few scalps in the middle. And when we go over my account, I'll show you exactly where I did that, where I caught a good swing, but in between I would scalp a little bit. So let's go back over here and show you how we set up our analysis for this week. So last night in Tokyo is when I started my analysis, and then we had this move here. And I usually do it on the 1 hour. You get a more accurate reading of where price is turning. So we have a nice range right here before we have the sellers step in and just push price down to this level when the buyers were attempting to push it up. So I thought, okay, this is a good place to put my resistance. It's not necessarily resistance. This is just the zone where the sellers made their big move. And then the support type zone right here where the buyers decided, here's a good time to buy, and capitalized on that as well. I took, this was the area right here that pushed my account from $50 to $100. Well, not necessarily. It would push my account from, I think I had $80. I was about $80, made some good trades. And then when this move closed, I was up $130. So that was pretty cool. This was a nice move to catch. And then I'm trying to remember, I continued buying here, but then I got stopped out. 4 of my trades stopped out in this with the news from the Fed today. And It took my account from 130 to 106, which I wasn't too upset about because I reached my goal. $100 is where I want to be at. So now I'm just going to have to build on that. And then we're back in it. As you can see, I'm expecting things to be very bearish in the near future. I have one order at this point right here that is still open, and we'll see that when we go to the account. But yeah, let's look at the price. Let's see what price is doing right now. And as we can see, we got the price move up, and then we got this bearish movement with the news. And then you can see price rejecting at our support area right here in the zone. It comes up, tests that, and then rejects, and then it comes up again, almost breaks through, and then rejects. So I'm kind of expecting price to just reject. I'll be interested to see what happens when London opens. But for Tokyo, this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting price to kind of just, as usual, bounce around. And then we'll see in London another attempt. And then, of course, a huge push down. And that push down can take us all the way to, well, any of these levels. These are the levels I'll be watching. So I'll be watching this level right here. I'll be watching this level. I'll be watching this level, and I'll be watching this levels. So these are all the levels that we might get to if it rejects here, just because of just the falling momentum, just everything coming down. And of course the good news from the US and all that fun stuff. I use the news kind of to gauge overall, but I don't really use the news to trade, because I think I'm a strong believer that price action is king, and the news just creates a lot of volatility. That's all the news really does, in my opinion. But the overall moves are what I follow. So this is what I'm looking for to happen. Test, maybe another test, and then a reject. If it even comes to this, I mean, it could easily just plummet. We have this last test, and then price is just going to go down, down, down. And so long, baby. Time to make that money. Because you can see, it came up and then just rejected hard. So we'll see what the euro has. I will be checking the calendar to see what's going on for tomorrow. But let's see. First, we go quite a bit of news. 4 o'clock is always a fun time to trade, and then things kind of slow down between 4 and about 6:30. 7:30 things pick up when the US news comes in. So I try to be awake for all of that, try to catch all that fun stuff. And then these are the hours. That's not what we're looking at right now. But yeah, those are the moves we're expecting. I'm expecting a push down further. So the first step I'm looking for is, of course, a push right here. That will be my first expectation. And then we'll see where it goes from there. It could very easily just shoot back up to our resistance and then reject from there. The thing is, we don't know which way price is going to move. We just have to be ready for whatever price does. And that's exactly what happened here. We were expecting price to go up and then come down, but it went up and then it came down, and I got stopped out for my trades. So this is the current move. Let's go ahead and go to the account and look at the trades. So this is what we're in right now. We have one sell order at 0.02 lots, and we are in profit 78 cents. Hot dog. So you can see yesterday, this was last night, and this was this morning. So I was going in, here's where my scalps were, 60 cents, $7, $2.40, and then all these longs from all over here closed for a profit of $29.34. Then I did another long, 60-cent gain, kept going long, and that's when I got stopped out right here for $23. Is that correct? 23 bucks? Yeah, $23. So that was I wouldn't say it was a heavy hit, but it was still a pretty big hit. And then this is what we were doing. A lot of selling here and made a few bucks, and then a lot of buying and made a few bucks. Things have been pretty good overall. We started this account with $50 and we are now at $106. So I couldn't be happier. That's really, really good. Shows that we're making progress. Shows that I'm finally learning how to understand price movement and how to read price action. So I'm reaching my goal, my big goal of understanding price action. So I'm becoming a Kung Fu master of price action. Not there yet, but I'm on the path, and that's what counts. So all I got to do is just keep it up. Let's go to the reports. So this was my statement before losing $30, and we can see that here is when we opened the account, we had a couple good trades, and then we had that huge hit where we closed about 6 trades. I think it was like a $20 loss. That was it right there. No, that wasn't the drawdown. What is the max loss? It should tell us. Average largest loss right here. No. It's somewhere over here. Yeah, gross loss must have been that. It was probably like 20 bucks because we had like $30 at this point that we had to make up, and then slowly but surely we started moving that graph up. And the thing that really, really excites me about this is that we did all of this pretty much with 0.01 lot size, 0.01 lot size, 0.01 lot size. You can see here, there was my $50 transfer to my account, and then 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01. It was all just in understanding where to buy and where to sell. That's all that was. That's how I was able to make that much. But then you can see, of course, in the updated statement, we have $130, and then our huge loss when our 4 stops got hit, bringing us back down to $106. But like I said, it's not a problem. You will take hits. You will have misses. The idea is to just keep moving forward. Don't let that bring you down. Don't get discouraged. Just take a breath and get back in. You gotta stay swinging. You gotta stay throwing those punches. You can't rest. You can't sleep. You gotta keep going. You don't have time for self-pity. You don't have time for regret. You don't have time to feel sorry for yourself. That's the thing. If you give yourself that time, you're going to sabotage yourself. You're going to hurt your psychology. That confidence we were talking about earlier, you're going to lose it. And you have to keep it, because that's the name of the game. It's psychology. It's being able to focus and think clearly and anticipate the moves. So you got to stay sharp. And I think one of the things that really hit me too was when I increased size. So I went from 0.01, then I hit 100, then I upped it to 0.02. And so you can see that we were doing pretty good. We were making profit. We were at $2, $3, a buck, $4, $3. And then of course the losses, they double in size. So instead of losing $3.50, we are now losing upwards of $7. So here we got $7.04, $8 right here, and $7 here. So that's also something that I have to manage, is remembering that the loss is also going to get bigger. But one thing that is also interesting is when you come in and you look at your average consecutive wins versus consecutive losses. Before, this was like 11-2. Now we're looking at 12-3. So for every 12 wins, I should expect 3 losses. And that comes in handy when something like this obviously hits, when you have those 3 consecutive stop outs, or even with one stop out gets hit. Knowing that, you can expect, okay, there's going to be 2 more stops or 2 more losses in my future. How can I mitigate this? How can I stop this? How can I get ahead of it? And then you start to preempt your exits. You'd be like, okay, I'm going to really try not to get stopped out, or I'm going to start placing my orders a little more strategically and not as freely as I normally would, because this is the point when I either get too cocky or my ego starts to inflate a little too big for my trading and I start to make bad decisions. So it really brings you down. And then you can see that I didn't have another loss until here when I had the 3 consecutive losses, which that goes to show you I should have expected that, because I was on top of the world. I had reached my goal, $100, doubled my account. And not only did I do that, but I was up $30 towards my second goal, which is now $200. So my goal is going to consistently just be double the account. So my first doubling was at $50, and my next doubling is going to be $100. So I got to make from $100 to $200. That's my goal. And then, of course, when I reach 200, my goal is going to be to double that, $400. Then my next goal is going to be to double that, and so on and so forth. But inside that big goal, I'm going to have several little goals as well. So, like it would be reach $50, reach the halfway mark. So my goal is, okay, I need to focus on making $50, the halfway mark to 100. And that'll be my mini goal. And then it'll be make $50 more. So I'm not just trying to chase $100 and getting overwhelmed with that. But that's where we stand. It's been a while. I'm a little out of practice. We've had a lot of people getting the flu in our family. We had the snow last week, and then we had going back to work, which kind of threw us off. It's just trying to get back into the swing, trying to get used to the banter again and kind of explaining what I'm doing. And we'll see where things go. Anyway, this is what I'm planning. This is what I'm expecting to happen. But we'll see. If price goes up, I will continue to buy. I mean, I will continue to sell as price goes up to here. So let's look at a smaller chart. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. So if price goes higher than where we're at right now, I will buy. So like at this point, if price comes to here, I'll buy. I mean, I'll sell that. If price comes here, I'll sell that. If price comes here, I'll sell that. If price comes here, I'll sell that. And then, I mean, even if price comes here, I'll sell that. So I'll sell everything up to this point right here. And if it goes higher than that, I will probably start getting stopped out, because that from our lowest one, we're looking at 35, my 35 pip stop loss. Oh wait, I didn't even hit the magnet is on. All right, so let's go with the measuring tool again. So 35 is right there. So anything after this, actually I'll probably sell that too. I'll probably sell up to this point right here. Probably right around here in this area is the last point I will put in an order to sell. But at this point, I'm gonna, I don't know, I guess, I don't know, we'll see, because I'm thinking about keeping it at 0.1, 0.01, and then doing these huge swings. So like if price comes to here, so anywhere in between here, I would be going for 0.01. But should price come up to here, this is where I would put 0.02 at, and then just ride it all the way down. But at this rate, I really don't see that price is going to get that high again, because I think selling season is here. And this might be where people would put in their Fibonacci, but I'm not too keen on the Fibonacci. But let's just oops, that's not the one. Let's just see what Fibonacci does. So we're going all the way down. So mine, yeah, so my highest would be the 61 point area right there. And that's where I would put my 0.02s to ride all the way back down here. So that is the plan. And I think I'm out. I'm out of ideas. So anybody has any questions? Send them in the comments. Other than that, thanks so much for stopping by. And hopefully in the future you can have as much success as I'm having right now, and I hope this can keep up. But we'll see how it goes. Trading is not an easy game. It's fun, but it is tough. So other than that, viewer in the back, thanks so much for sticking with me. Everyone else, thanks for popping in. And of course, always remember that neurons that fire together wire together. I will see you guys next time. Oh, I'm out of practice.